Somehow I knew. Last time we talked, it wouldn't be the last time.
Yeah, we knew.
Here with Coach Sean Kiracofe for a special postseason edition of the Sean Kiracofe Show, which we'll get into that in a minute. But since we last talked, want to get your thoughts on the conference tournament as well, because those were the last two matches and last time we talked. And I'm trying to remember back because it was a little bit, a little time ago, Thanksgiving and all that had happened, but two just really, really good matches.
Yeah.
Obviously, the win against Houston Baptist was huge, and then just a really good match against Sam Houston.
Yep.
Knew that going in it was going to be. Didn't go our way, but I don't think you could have asked for much better from the team in those two matches.
No, I mean, tournament play is always exciting and fun, and these matches both lived up. Like you said, both matches really close. A lot of good volleyball, a lot of long rallies, and it was entertaining volleyball. The first one went our way, and then as frustrating as it is, it was a great match on both sides, and we just couldn't quite get over the hump there in a few sets and in a few situations for Sam Houston, and we didn't get it.
Yeah. So you walk off the floor there against Sam, and I'm sure most of you thought that was the end of the season. And you said on Sunday night, whenever the bracket came out for this NIVC tournament, that you thought that it didn't feel right for the team the season to be over at that point. So to get this opportunity to play in the postseason, that's just got to be one of the coolest feelings probably of the year.
It is. I think it's great. I think the girls were excited. And to go back to your question, when I was saying that, it felt like, we should be playing in that finals, match against SFA. But we'll absolutely take this one. And, to be in the postseason for only the second time in this program's history is a great feeling to have. And then specifically for this group to be able to keep going and to continue the great season that they've had.
So yeah, what does it mean to the program and maybe for you too to have the success that you had this year, win 20 matches for the fifth time in program history, best season under since you've been here, and then to get sort of this recognition to say, hey, we feel like this is one of the better teams to play in the postseason. So what does that mean to you, to the program, to Northwestern, just as a whole?
I don't know if we have enough time to be able to get into all that, but I think it's great validation for the program as a whole. Clearly we had a great run right before I got here with the Hernesmans in getting second in conference and then winning the championship in 2014. To be able to back that up years later with this success and with the success that we had at least as potential in 2018 and then a great season in 17, just to be able to continue that, I think is, I don't know, it's hard to define exactly how much of a validation it is for this program to know that, it is going to be a continual thing, that this volleyball program is going to have an impact on the Southland Conference.
So talk about, because it's been kind of crazy. You found out on Sunday, and then all of a sudden you're making all these plans and travel and practicing and everything for 2 short days before you head out to Wyoming. So has it been kind of a crazy thing to say, oh, well, we're just going to focus in on, or how do you get to the focus in on, you still have a match to play on Thursday evening?
Yeah, that's difficult to do. There's a lot going on. Yesterday, I'll say, in the spring season, when we have our individuals and we start to migrate into the team part of the spring season, and you throw spring break in there, and it kind of disrupts everything that you've done to progress so far through that semester in the training. And so coming back that next Monday, it's always like it's going to be bad, and it's going to be ugly. You're not going to be in tune like you have been before, earlier in the spring season. So it's just, we get out there, we play a little bit, and we knock the rust off and get after it. And that's kind of how I approached yesterday. It was just touch the ball, play some. It's going to be ugly. You're going to make some dumb mistakes. You're going to turn and look at somebody and go, oh, I thought you were going to do that, or you're going to do this. And it's just from that time off, So yesterday was really just touch the ball, get into it, and today is really we're going to be starting to implement a scout. We're going to be a little bit more detail oriented about things, and there's going to be some more focus and competitive drive to it.
Yeah. Play in Wyoming, out of the Mountain West.
Mountain West,
Right?
Yep.
But you're familiar with the area certainly, and you said you've at least been to their gym before. So do you feel like that's going to help prepare the team for that, just from your own
Helps
experience?
me. I'll be comfortable. Yeah. I don't know about them. I know going into it, it's going to be a great environment. Every time I've played there, they've filled the gym. It's not a big gym, but they get a crowd, and it's a good environment. It's fun to play in. It is like going to be any of the big matches that we've played in from a conference standpoint that fill the gym. I mean, it's going to be immediately that feeling. So I think it's a great opportunity for this team to really feel what a postseason match is going to be like. So yeah, and then just having some familiarity about just the campus, the gym, and where to go, and so you don't have those little like, well, where are we? In the butt. I mean, it's going to go smoothly, at least because I've been there. And hopefully that just kind of allows the team to be like, all right, let's go up and get in the gym and start passing the ball around, and then get back into it.
Yep. So you find out you're playing Wyoming on Sunday. You, as a coach, have to sort of get yourself ready to play this team that you obviously a different part of the country, haven't seen, probably don't even have any common opponents. I haven't even looked at their schedule. So how do you approach that, and how do you get yourself ready to tell the girls this is what we need to do to try to be successful and win?
I mean, we have some experience with that in, the preseason tournaments, where you've got to turn around real quick and be able to like, okay, we play so-and-so tomorrow, and while we did a scout for this team, the days leading up to it, now do this. I mean, none of that matters. And so some of that is going to be familiar, and I don't think it's going to affect them that much. From a coaching standpoint, it's kind of a status quo thing of just get in and watch as much film as you can, and to get an idea of what they do. And I mean, it was a long Sunday night because you start watching film and you're like, well, let's just watch another one. Well, let's see how they play that team, because they've got a different kind of matchup, from a size standpoint. So watched a ton of video on Sunday night, and just start putting things to paper and working from there.
Yep. So what did you find out about Wyoming that you can tell us?
They're definitely going to be bigger than us. We do have a few matchups from a physical standpoint, which I think that benefit us, but they're going to be big. And I mean, it comes down to their recruiting is to be able to beat Colorado State, who is the best in that conference year in and year out. And we are not Colorado State, so that's both a good thing and a bad thing. They're going to be bigger than us, but I feel like we are going to be able to present them some matchup issues, which is the way we play, that are going to benefit us. It's just a matter of if we can get into those scenarios or not.
And when you have the Southland Conference Player of the Year on your team, you have a chance to score some points.
Yes.
All right, Coach. We'll appreciate you. I'm sure we'll talk to you again at some point, maybe in some snowy conditions.
Yeah.
We'll see. Who knows? Yep. But appreciate you again this week, Coach, and we'll talk to you again at least after the match for sure.
All right. Thanks.